With your Fofra Bejaso Aseda KK Mensah featuring KODED. Me a tier or Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer, Boom Play, any digital platforms in our song. For modding so beko YouTube no akosha see the video you know subscribe. Memory if you bit me a download your free digital stores na. Eya sida KK Mensah And Nii KODED. Asido yedi menyankopo.
Jesus, your name is above all names. It's so powerful than any other name. Jesus, your name is above all names. It's so powerful than any other name.
Jesus, your name is above all names.
When I look around the world, I see the beauty of your grace, oh Lord. I hear the voices of the angels as they're crying out in unity. So we want to say, so good. You are good. You are kind. So kind. Jesus, you are so good. You are kind. You are the splendor of your holiness. Your wisdom is forever. Every new beginning you give is like a breath of fresh air. We don't deserve it. Who would have told us that we would be given the best share? Now that we stand with torches raised with heavenly voices hailing, when he could command the stones to worship, applaud and praise him. His grace is sufficient for us. Faith is essentially God is the greatest intentions. His ways is amazing to us. Made in his image, so who do you think that we are? He basically made us with dust. Gave us his breath that apparently gave us a pulse. His love is amazing to us. He gave it to us and nobody can take it from us. Where would I be if he never died on the cross? I was in debt to sin and then you covered the cost. I was lost, I was buried and you brought me on cause. Of course I can't afford it, but your blood is a source of everything that I ever needed, so why would I pause? You the greatest thing I ever knew, you more than incredible. The one who was and is to come, you be the boss. You be the boss. Lord, you are good. So good. You are kind. I don't know where I'd be without you, Lord. Oh, Lord. You are good, yeah. Oh, you've been there for me, yeah. Even when people left my life, even when my heart was broken, you
Adum Shito Delight. Shito ne de say. Hey, waka wano ashe. Unkan share ya bo modin se obeje die. Se call Ghana shop abusa Adum Shito Delight. Se open dudu to a phrase 07985279891. Me more rain fee say Adum Shito Delight in Kenya ni no ho. In CPC.
Oti poni chonya miete ufata nafyo Udi wumba takuwa mayane Usari fa wakyo Nyamye kwa ma Jesus Ufata yeyo Udi wumba takuwa mayane Usari fa wakyo Nyamye kwa ma Jesus Ufata yeyo
Jesus, your name is above all names. It's so powerful than any other name. Jesus, your name is above all names. It's so powerful than any other name.
Jesus, your name is above all names, and it's
welcome to the program. Why is Chat with Daniel Dadson on my screen? Let me try and take that off. Right, okay, so thank you very much and welcome to today's edition of the program. Now I'm excited because I'm in my comfort zone, not like last week when I was tucked away somewhere and had to struggle to bring the program to you. But thanks be to God for this unspeakable opportunity to bring to you one more time Chat with Daniel Dadson. Well, the name is right there because it's the name of the show, and I'm so grateful for your time. And let me apologize for the late start of the program today due to a little bit of technical situation. I need to make sure that it was all sorted and good to go. But hey, I'm here, and thankfully you are here too. So what I want you to do for me, as always, is try and share the stream. Okay, so if you're watching live on Facebook, that should be on my page, Daniel Dadson. Make sure that you try and share, create a watch party, like they will say. Do everything you can to invite somebody to join today's conversation. I have two amazing gentlemen, man, and for some reason they look alike. I'm just realizing it. I'll find out from them if perhaps they come from the same mother or maybe they are brothers or something like that. But if you're watching on YouTube, that should be on the Hack TV channel on YouTube, and try and copy the link there. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe. Click the subscribe button if today is your first time discovering that channel, and share. And don't forget to click on the little bell. Yes, click on the little bell there so that you receive a reminder anytime we go live right here on Chat with Daniel Dadson and on Hack TV. Yes, so welcome. Today, Amanda will be a bit late because she had to do other things, and it means that she needed to take her time to come on the show. So she will be joining me later. Another exciting thing that I have is that now you remember that Koda was on this show, I think a couple of weeks ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, to announce the competition for emerging gospel musicians who stand the chance of getting their pre-mixed track fully mixed and mastered and put out for promotional support and a lot of other things. Now, the edition of August went well. Thankfully, I'm part of the panel, so I saw all the backdoor scenes. So the gentleman who emerged the winner, I should say, who was selected for the month of August, will be joining me. Woohoo! He will be joining me on the show today, and we get to talk. Amazingly, he got to realize, or he got to know about the competition from watching Chat with Daniel Dadson. How glorious is that? Excited about that. So he will be here to tell us all about that. But for now, I have the two gentlemen right backstage, and I'm going to bring them on and we get talking. Welcome to Chat with Daniel Dadson. Let me say a big thank you to my supporters, Pay Angel Money Transfer, Adum Shito Delight, and then Kaya Marketing. Now, these are wonderful, amazing people who help me in diverse ways and support me. So it's just fair and just good that we shout them out on Chat with Daniel Dadson. But for now, let me welcome Nii Fran. Hello, Nii.
Hello, Uncle Danny.
Hello, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Awesome. Let me see if I can bring KK on as well. Hello, KK.
Hello, Danny.
Hello, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah,
okay,
clear.
So wait for me. Let me just try and get something just a little bit sorted at the back of this PC. But I hope you're all doing very well.
Yes.
Yeah, by God's grace. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, bear with me. Let me just get something sorted a little bit at the back here and make sure that I have your voices where I want them to be. Yeah, there we go. No, wow. So what are you guys up to? I can see you're somebody will say you are all looking dapper. What are you guys up to?
As you know, Uncle Danny, today is Sunday, so I've just come from church not too long ago. I've just been waiting to join you on Chat with Danny. At the minute, that's all I've been up to today. Nothing major.
Awesome. KK.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm trying to position my camera very well. It's playing up a bit. Can you see me?
I can see you. I can see you.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Well, nothing much. Today I've been at home. I wasn't able to go to church. I joined the online service today, so pretty much I've been at home.
Okay. Are you one of those who have been migrated from live service to online service?
No, actually, what happened was we need to book like Thursday before the Sunday, so I forgot to book. And once you mix the Thursday, that's it. So it's my fault. I forgot because I was working on Thursday, a very long shift, so I forgot to book.
Charlie, it's good. The work is good so that you get to pay the tithes as well, don't you? Well, anyway, gentlemen, I'm very excited to have you guys on here today because for those who read my Facebook post, and as you guys will know, I mean, the two of you are one of my favorite guys right here in London, and I'm thankful to God for what you guys are doing and what the Lord is using you to do. I know it's not an easy journey putting out music and pushing and making it work, but then the two of you have been consistent for the past few years that you started doing this, although a lot of people may not know who you are, but today I'm hopeful that some of those who don't know you will get to know your story, and then we get to follow all the good things that you're doing. So, Nii, I'm going to start with you. I mean,
Okay.
I may know a little bit about you, but I want you to tell me a bit about yourself. I know that you work with Eugene as one of his BVs, that Eugene Zuta that is, and I know you have been involved in ministry in Ghana. But tell me a little bit more. How did this whole music thing start for you?
It's been a while, Uncle Danny. It's really been a while. I started this whole music thing at a very early stage. How early? As early as like a child, like probably primary school, and by God's grace, and then I was with Grace Pentecostal Assemblies of God, and as tiny as I was, I remember my pastor would make me join the beta choir. It wasn't just me, together with some few faces. Diodone, I'm sure you might know her. She used to be with Anointed. Now she's married, Dr. Diodone, yeah, and few guys, and so we went through that phase. Went to senior secondary school. Went to university. That was when I went to Accra because my dad was transferred from Takoradi to Accra. So that was when I went to Accra. So university time, I met Eugene Zuta. I joined Empraise. I'm still a member of Empraise in the diaspora.
Okay, right. Okay.
And by God's grace, I saw Eugene Zuta. I became he called me to be a part of his BVs. And it's been amazing and exciting journey so far. And here we are today.
Awesome. Let me go to KK. So KK, if you unmute your mic for me. KK, I know that you have also been doing this for a while. You were in Italy, you came down to UK, and you got married, but married didn't stop you from still singing. But I mean, tell me, how did this whole music thing start for you?
Well, so very little do I have to say anyway. It all started like since childhood. I've been singing throughout my childhood. I remember I'm a Presbyterian background, Presbyterian Methodist background. So that's where I've actually grew up from. That's my place where I've been worshiping right from Ghana. I started singing I think I started because I've always been in a boarding house back in secondary school. So I've been leading worship and praises through Ghana. Then I came up to live in Italy with my parents. And then as well, I was a worship and praises leader. And then moving forward, I came to the UK, got married and all that. And then thanks to you, that's when all this professionally it started.
Thanks to me?
Year. Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks to you. That's when all these, because it was something I was just doing on the side with. I never thought it would be like bigger as we've seen it today. But that's how it all started last year. So very little do I have to say. I'm not that an expert in it like my brother Francis. So
Right. Let us go a little bit deeper into it, right? So, guys, I want to find out. I know you've shared a bit about how you used to sing as young, boys, if I can put it that way, and how you stay with it all through. But let me drill a little bit deeper. Why did you guys choose to do gospel music? I mean, Charlie, you look at the beard and stuff, handsome paddies, man. By now, Charlie, by now the ladies would have been drooling on your Instagram pages. Like maybe you would be like Rasni or something. I mean, you could have all those fancy Afrobeat name, or like Charlie KK, like KK Mensah, something like KK Fosu, Charlie, some high life big crap for that. And you would have been doing all those. So why did you guys decide to stick with gospel music? What was the main driver for you? KK, let me start with you and I'll go to Nii.
I think for me, I would say it's a calling. Everyone God designed everyone in their unique way. People do secular music, people do gospel, but there is something, like I said, growing up, I loved God, and my grandmom used to take me to church all the time, and there wasn't even a single Sunday you stay at home, you have to follow her. So I got interested in the choir. As young as I was in the choir. Yeah, church choir. I was the little one in the church choir, like Nii also had an experience with. So it's something that it grows up, and then as you're growing up, it manifests in you. So there's no way you can swerve it and do something. I know people do swerve it and take another career, but for me, it's something that's been part of me all along. So I don't see myself like doing a different style out of gospel. So I think that's how it is. You grow up with it, and then you learn, and then you become an expert in it. That's a little bit I can say. Yeah, it's just something that from the childhood.
Okay, when it comes to your born again experience, was it something that you were immersed in it and evolved, or you had a specific encounter maybe as a teenager? Because obviously you were singing from childhood, your grandma used to take you to church. So was there a point that you had to make a decision for Jesus and decide to stick with this whole gospel journey, or you just evolved out of it?
I think I just evolved out of it because I never had any option, like either to choose this or that. I was in it. So like straight along the line, it's just something that I was following the path, and it just grew up. So I didn't have option to choose either to do this or that. But when you like something that you're doing, I think there's no diversion. If you like something that you're doing,
right? Okay. Nii, was there any option for you? Was there any option for you?
For me, I found my talent in the church, and growing up, like KK said, I grew up in a Christian home. However, it wasn't like a strict thing that, today's Sunday, you have to go to church. By God's grace, I always say it was just by the grace of God. I found my talent in the church, and by God's grace, I stayed at church growing up, and it got like nurtured till I could make the decision. However, growing up as a young talented guy, a lot of I got attracted to other things, like I would be there, and then people would be like, the way you sing, I think if I connect you to this particular person, if I connect you to that particular person, I think you can do it. But for some weird reason, I stick with what I knew, like being in the church, singing for God. And I remember a guy said to me, I remember that guy was a radio presenter. He told me he wasn't even asking me to go and do secular per se. He just said if I could go and do BVs for a particular secular artist. But I said to him that for some reason, I didn't even know what I was doing then, but I just said to him that I have made a choice to sing for God, and I don't want to divert any way. And then he got upset and said, do you think all these artists you are seeing on there said that to themselves? They had to make some serious decisions, and so they could get some money, etc. But I still, in fact, I was a bit confused, because around that time I didn't know what I was doing. I just said, I've just said this to God. I have even though I was a child, I didn't know much about God, but I thought sticking with the things of God was the best decision I could ever make. So I did say it, and I was a bit confused when he said all of those things to me. But I can say to the glory of God, I haven't regretted at all. Also, I remember growing up, there was a lot of reality shows and stuff like that. I got attracted. I'm not saying these are not good, but for me, I was just saying this to a friend of mine. That if I had gone to any of those reality shows, I'm sure I would have. I don't know where I would have been by now, because I've always said, if you know me very well, people do say that, oh, this guy, he's very laid back, he's very that, he's that. I always believe in timing. I believe in the right timing. If I, for so to speak, I believe in the right timing. So if I had gone to any of the reality show, I would have felt pressured to put myself out there or to do things that maybe I wasn't supposed to have done. So yes, I grew up in the church. I found my talent in the church. However, I got other things, attractive, or things that could have attracted me to do otherwise.
It sounds to me like this song we used to sing in Sunday school. I have decided to follow Jesus.
Yeah.
No turning back. So the stories just sound to me like you guys decided to follow Jesus and there was no turning back.
No turning back.
Thanks be to God. SU, Scripture Union, and stuff like that. I think they were the things. And then Sunday school. I grew up. I was a Sunday. I didn't even know what I was doing there. But thanks be to God, I was a Sunday school praise and worship leader. I was in Sunday school. Nii, Ivan, all those guys. We used to have Children's Day, and some of these things really, really helped us. At that time we thought we were having fun. Doing Children's Day, exhibiting your talent here and there. But I believe it all contributed to where we are now.
Lovely. I mean, it's very encouraging to hear stories like this, where we know that even in this day and age, we can still have parents bring us up in the way that we should go, that when we are old, we won't depart from it. And that is scripture, and that is very true. That is very true. The comments have started coming in. I'm sure some of your friends. Now, on the note of that, please make sure that your comments are coming in fast, and take either, if you're watching us on Facebook or if you're watching us on YouTube, just bring your comments and they would be shared right here on the screen for you. And also today, you would have the opportunity at the end of the show, at the tail end, to call into the show and share your contribution. I will also bring one or two people on. So I'll share the link. If you are able to click and come on, I'll bring you live on screen to contribute. So watch out for the link in the comment section as well. So Nii and KK. Now, like you said, there was no turning back for you once you got into contact with the things of God. But let's talk about identity. Was there a point as young guys growing up and doing this gospel music and church thing, was there a point that you felt like, you were not really sure, is this the right thing for me? Is this not? Did you have any identity crisis along the way, Nii?
I wouldn't really say that, even though along the way I've been bullied a lot. People would have made some funny comments, and people must have compared what we do.
Would you? I mean, I know now you wouldn't feel bullied, but would you be able to share some of it with us? What were some of the things they used to say?
So what were some of the things? Like, sometimes it's about the way you sing. Like, oh, okay, why is he sounding like this? Why, them kind of things that can, you just go home and be like, oh, how was I sounding? Do I have to sound a specific or a particular way to be accepted? But one thing I found God about is, I don't know, but probably it's all because we started as a child, and by God's grace, we stayed in God, and by teachings in the church, by mentorship and all those things. Some of these things, by God's grace, didn't get to me so much, because I knew I had a calling. I had a calling, or something I needed to reach. Just like Paul said, with this one thing I do, forgetting about the past, and then pressing on towards the goal. There was a goal ahead of me. That is something that always kept me going, no matter what. That always kept the goal ahead of me, that I wouldn't drift. But yes, we've had our own share of bullies.
Yeah.
But we had our own shares of things that could have drifted us, from.
Okay. All right. KK, what about you? I mean, tell me, you was there a point that you've identity wise you felt that Charlie, you are not sure what was happening?
Yeah, sorry. Few negativities around, because in everything you do, there are people that will try to bring you down, people that will try and make funny comments and all that. Yeah, especially the way I sound sometimes. There are sometimes people will say, "Oh, you're trying to sound like this person," or even, "Why don't you do this type of song and doing this type of song?" For instance, for me, I do lots of my style is quite different. I do lots of like tree songs and all that. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, "Oh, why you a young guy? Why don't you do contemporary? Or why don't you change your style of singing and all that?" I'm like, no. And if you listen to people, you always go down, because even a few days ago I was talking to you about it. Someone was like, "No, change your style of singing. Do songs like this person." You understand? They easily compare you with someone, and it's kind of sometimes it brings you down sometimes. But when you look up to you, like, no, you know where you're heading to, you know what you want to do, you know what you want to be. You don't listen to people, so it's been there, negativity, and that it's still going on. But I'm just taking it easy and then look up to God. Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so I've not asked anybody this question on my chat sessions before of all the series that I've done, but I'm gonna ask you guys because fine boys, Charlie, I know you guys are all married now. Because KK, I know you are married. You and Nii, I know you are married as well. You have kids, but talk to me. You guys sang in the choir all these years. Did you have any challenges that typically young guys have with ladies in choirs when growing up? Come on.
I think this is for me. I really want. I always want to be. If you are very close to me, you know that I'm quite honest with things like this. Like, in fact, I try to be honest.
Okay, so try today for me.
Yes, and yes. It's yes and yes. I always used to tell my friend that there was this thing I used to do. I played down a lot. A lot of people did not know, but today you might find out I played down a lot. I'll act as if I don't know what you are doing, or I don't know what you mean, and then some of them would be a bit frustrated, And growing up, listening to, I remember so well. I think those times Nii Fran used to do radio presentation, and by God's grace, I didn't.
Yeah, I think he was on City FM.
Yeah, Nii Fran has also been very instrumental with my ministry as well. At that time, when he came out with Mokobe, oh my days! If he's listening, I used to like, I don't know what word I can say. I used to bother this man a lot. At that time in Ghana, there was this free night course, and I will call this man.
Oh my goodness! Free night calls.
The next morning he will message me and say, "Francis, you don't want me to sleep." I was very eager. I was thirsty. I think it was around that time I met Eugene as well. If you would remember, I haven't drifted from the question. I'll come back to it. If you would remember, Anointed First program in Takrady. That was the first day I met Nii. So we scheduled to meet Nii, and he prayed for me. I mean, after that day, my ministry was never ever the same. So
was that the one? Was that the one he did? That one?
No, it was the first one, the one Nii sang this hymn. Want you to all these promises.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's the very first one. Cool.
The very first one. So, having said that, I used to follow him a lot. So one of his programs, he used to say, he also growing up, there was a myth about gospel musicians. Both the musicians, as in those that play and those that sing, that if you do it, it means you are like
Yes, okay.
So
they are snake under grass.
Under grass. Yeah, thank you. So for him, he said, that he grew up with that mentality, and he knew it wasn't true, because his life was laid down. He wants Jesus Christ was the goal for him. He wanted to prove them wrong. So he made sure that none of the things people said was true, and it was a bit like me. So I always made sure. It doesn't mean I was holy. I mean, as humans, we may have our ups and downs, but I made sure that I wouldn't put myself under or through things that would, take me out of the presence of God.
KK, what about you, Charlie? You the way you see, you can't hide from me because I manage your social media. So I've been seeing all the attention the ladies are giving you since you released your track. So,
Danny, this question, I think.
How was it like?
I mean, my wife even knows, so it's fine. She as a married man.
No, listen, guys, you are not talking about now. I know that now you guys are married, but I want to chronicle how it was for you as young, if I say teenagers and stuff. I mean, fine boys, musicians. What did you experience this? How did you deal with it, KK?
Danny, before this whole thing started, me coming out as a gospel singer started. I used to sing only in church, and you can't skip it. That's up. Sometimes you have people, you have like girls, trying to talk to you and know that, but there are ways and means.
Hold on. What do they normally say? What would they normally say?
Oh, they try to get attention. They just try to get attention. Nothing. They try. You know how girls do. It's only normal.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Danny, this one. It's only normal. You know how they try to get attention and all that. But in all, I would say, you know how to collectively bring yourself out. So I try to swerve it. What the first one I'm with the above form. What the first one I'm with the above form. So that's how I dealt with it. And then when the spirit of the Lord is in you, you don't pay too much attention to such stuff. You work around it in a diplomatic way. So it hasn't been easy. In a very diplomatic way.
I don't know, cry still sometimes, maybe.
Oh, I know. Yes, sometimes yes, but it's you still work around it. But for now it's even worse. Now it's even worse. It's much more than before. Yes.
Is it because now you guys are out there?
I think so.
Social media space, your videos are on TV and stuff.
Because now we are seeing more. We are seeing more on the platforms and all that. So it's becoming
We will come to the now challenges and how we face it. But I have a question from Ernest Sechi Akomia Wilson. Ernest, thank you for watching. Ernest is one of the most dedicated followers that we have on the platform. He's here every Sunday. And let me say a very big thank you also to Daniel Opoku Champon Fori. Erica Dodu, link up. You have been absent for a long time. Erica is here. So there's a question from Ernest. And Ernest is asking that when did you decide to go solo and what informed you that this is your time to come out? So he wants to know from both of you. So
should I go?
Okay, go.
So for me, growing up from the church and then singing with the choir, with the band, it got to a point when even people were telling me, okay, the way you are singing, you should come up with a song years ago, even before.
Okay, guys, hold on. I've just received a message from the Honorable Abeku Agri Santana that he is watching us live on Facebook. So I want to salute you. Thank you for joining us. I mean, it's an honor. Yeah, it's a really big honor to have you on. KK, please go ahead. And guys, he's your man, Yeah, so you guys you need to impress him. All right. Right. KK,
so what was I saying, right? So yeah, over the years, I was saying because I sang with the choir for so many years, and then I had songs written down during the process. I had songs written down, but it was like, do I really want to do this or no? Do I really want to do this? But it got to a point when I started praying about it. I prayed. And I was like, okay, now it's I remember I did some like a week fasting just to ask God that should that really come out. But then I had that already there. But I had no one to look into it for me. So you remember last year, I think around March, just before KODED came to the UK, that's when I approached you. Said like, I have a song, Danny, I have a song, so I think I can work on it. But then I'd already done all my homework and all that. And after prayers, I thought, okay, this is it. I should come out. So when I was ready, I just didn't come out like, yeah, I'm ready. I just needed some people, like some figures for them to, to chip in and advise me on it. So that was like last year when I contacted you. You went through the song. No, this song is good. And then luckily, Koda also came, and then we gave the song to Koda. So that's how when it started for me to come out like a soloist. Yeah, that's when it all started. I mean, it wasn't easy. I prayed a lot. I did pray a lot before coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, same as me. I prayed about it. I'm like you rightly said from the beginning. I used to back Eugene Zuta, and then when I left Ghana, I came here. For years, people were asking me, "What are you doing, Francis? What are you doing? You need to come out with something." But I'm that type. I always want to be sure. I always want to be in the knowing of what God is doing. I want to know that this is really from God. So a lot of time people think I'm laid back. A lot of time people think, this guy, I mean, it's about time and those things. But I can clearly say that I waited on God till I had a confirmation. And it's these songs you are listening now are not actually my first. I have tried before and failed drastically. But I didn't let that get to me. I didn't let that stop me.
Hold on, Nii. I would definitely not let that one pass. So I want to hear that story. What exactly happened?
I would definitely share it.
Yeah,
I was actually going to share it. So one of the songs of I'm actually about releasing an album soon, which I'm sure Uncle Danny, all the songs are ready. We're just waiting for the right time. Like I said, I always want to hear from God. I want to know what. I don't want to go ahead of God, and that has been my principle in life, in my ministry, in my life, in every area of my life. I want God to go ahead of me. I don't want to go ahead of myself. So there's this song on my album, By God's Grace. Koda has twisted it. Now, if you listen to it, you will know that it's one of the songs I brought out, I think about 5 years ago, and it was a mess. I'm going to share to you and with you what happened. So if you would remember, those of you who are following me, years ago, about 4 years, I came out with a song. Even though I had comments and people trying to make me feel good. The song is good. The song is nice. The song itself, By God's Grace, is good, but the engineering part, everything was a mess. And I'll tell you what happened. So prior to releasing the song, that's actually something I had to learn the hard way. Something I learned a big lesson. And I remember Zuta telling me, "Nii, you should have given me the song." And around this time, these guys have done some crazy publicity for me and everything. I'm telling you, like, even the publicity I had with that particular song, I've never had it. Even with the current songs that I feel that by God's grace, we are in the right place. So what happened was, before the song, I could even listen to the song. We've done flyers, giving the dates, and it was about a month ahead, giving the song. So the song came out. At that time, my engineer, he didn't, for some weird reason, he's finished doing the song, but I asked him to give the song to me to listen to. No disrespect to him, but I asked him to give me the song to listen. He said, "Oh, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you." So about a week or so to the release of the song, he sent the song to me. And guess what? The lead voice was okay. The instrument, everything was played live. I spent so much. Everything was played live here in London. But the BVs, what happened was he should have known. But I think I was part of his new people. So he was using me as try and error. And that's something I had to learn the hard way. So he gave the song to me. We listened to it and noticed that the BVs, it was amazing vocals. But he recorded the both soprano, alto, tenor, everybody together in one room. So he was supposed to have done it, I think, individually, but all went through one, and they couldn't do anything, match things with the voices. So we were forced to release the song on the set date, and then take the song off again and go and do it. And guess who came on my rescue? My Embrace family. When they heard the song, when they heard I was finally coming out with something, they were all excited. Every member, I am telling you, I've never received publicity like that because it was my first. These guys did a lot, but the BVs, oh my God, it was a mess. So I said to myself, it's something I did for God, and I came out of my heart to do it. However, there's been some technical challenges. I will put my pieces together, took the song off the online, took it to the studio, and then reworked the BVs. That was where Martinson did that for me. So he did that. yes, did the voices for me. And then, so if you go on my, I think I am, what's that thing? SoundCloud. That
Yeah.
song is still there. That song
Mm.
plus some other few covers I did years back. So I've tried before. I failed drastically. I remember someone going to write on the video on. So the video was on my producer's um YouTube channel, and someone
Okay.
went right there. Did you not listen? Like, he was quite rude, and the producer called me. Who are those sending me those messages? But it was a mess. It was a mess. I put
I
my
mean,
pieces together, and here I am today.
I mean, it's good that by God's grace you are able to pick yourself up and come back, because some people, after such a terrible somebody says it's normal. I will beg to
It's normal.
differ. Well, but you see, I want to beg to differ on that, and I've spoken about it quite a lot of times on this show, and also on engagements that I've done with a lot of emerging artists, where I think that one of the key things for us is the knowledge gap. I mean, no fault of yours. I'm sure if at that time you had the right knowledge as to what to do, and even the particular people to work with, and the end products that you would get from those people, I'm sure maybe things would have been different. So I normally do say that, listen, so far as you are spending money, if you're not spending money, it's fine. Okay. If you're not spending money, if you're not putting any budget to it, if it is all of us, let's do try and error, nobody is losing money, fair enough. We can all do that try and error and see how it works. If it doesn't work well, then we go back to it and we correct our mistakes. But if you are going to spend hard-earned money and put it into production, and you are a new artist, I'm going to say it again, you need to do a research. I mean, you need to make sure you acquire the requisite knowledge, work with the right people, because you see, it's better for you to spend more and come out with a quality product that would stay than to spend and you will not be able to use the product at all. Then that way the money is gone down the drain. So like you said, absolutely. And I would also place a call to a lot of the engineers that are coming up, and I'm sure Koda and some other people have shared on their platform that, listen, it does not it does not
I've seen a comment
place a limitation on you. Yeah. Yeah. So you see, it doesn't place a limitation on you if you would maybe do the initial engineering and get somebody to master it, or if you are even not able to navigate a particular song properly, get somebody to come to your aid and get it. Anyway, that's not the focus for our discussion. No, now, guys. So let me ask you guys. Eventually, you all decided to go commercial, and Nii Fran, I was at your live recording. That was a huge project, and I'm sure you spent a lot. KK as well. You put in a lot of money to do a great video with Skyweb, produced with a top-notch producer like Koda and stuff. Let's come to the commercial part of things. So, why did you decide? You see, apart from it being like a call and stuff, why did you decide that you want to step out and put in resources towards your music? And did you feel, or were you confident that, okay, no, let me put it this way. Were you scared? Were you scared actually that, would the song be received? Will it not be received? Talk to me about it. KK, let me start with you.
So if I understand your question, you said, can you come again?
So I want to find out why you actually, putting that amount of resources towards going commercial. Okay, so what is it that transitioned you from just doing church and then going commercial and putting in a lot of resources? And were you not scared that it wouldn't turn out as you want it to turn out?
You know, to come up with a big with a great production, I think you need to pump in some money, because you know that's very important. As far as you are singing, coming up with something, you always have to make sure the product that you're coming out with is actually appealing to the public, and this is when you have to put in much money and to get a great production. I was scared a bit because it was my first time and I didn't know how the people will receive it or people actually think of it. But I took the risk, actually. It was a risk I took, because I didn't know it was 50-50. Either it will come out well or it come out not well. But then at the end of it, I think a great production came out from it, and it's really manifesting now. So like I said, it's really important to chip in some money. If you can, put in your resources to it and come up with a great production, because for all you know, people are looking at what you're doing, and if you're doing a mere thing, something that is not appealing, people might not even take you for serious. You know, that's not what I mean. Because we've seen videos, a lot of videos going around and all that. Some of them are good, some of them are goodish, but if you can put in a little more effort, a little more money in it, and then you get a big production. So I was a bit scared, but at the end of the day, I think it came out well. So yeah.
Nii Fran, Nii, I mean, I was at I emceed your live event. I know, I have a fair idea of how much resource you had to put in for both audio and video. Now, talk to me about it. Were you not scared?
The honest truth is, I've always said, like, doing the things of God, we sow seed. This is what I said to everyone that was. People ask me, first, don't you think this is a lot of money doing, especially doing your first and everything? I said to them, let me just say, this is my way of giving to God, like my way of worship to God. Like, let me make an example. So that project you're talking about it's yet to come out, even though it's been ready for nearly getting. So it was last year July. It's been ready in about 2 months. It would be about a year. The song, everything is been ready, from video to audio, everything. And I've released about 2. And you can ask me, have you made even 1% of the money you invested in?
No.
from gigs and you know, I would say no.
No.
But guess what? I'm still planning another virtual, not just any virtual. It's like an album release virtual, and it's even taking some more money. So I was talking to my wife, and you know, going to sell the idea to my wife, I was thinking I had all my answers prepared, right? Because you know, it's an investment we've done. Like I always say, so it's our sacrifice we are giving to God, and at the same time, it's an investment we are giving to God. We may not receive the returns or everything that it comes with now, but I believe so much in my heart that even if it doesn't come in kind, like in cash, it would come in so many ways. So yes, it's the money involved is a bit scary sometimes. Sometimes you don't even have that kind of money, but you know exactly what you are looking for. And sometimes I thank God for my past experience. That has also helped me no matter what. If I want it that way, and I know that this is the way, and thankfully to God, there are people around me, you know, I can't compromise. I can't go for anything less. So yes, I get scared with everything that it comes with as a human being, but I also believe that it's a lifetime investment. That if I don't make the money now, I would definitely make it sometime soon.
All right,
and
guys.
then you know, Danny, let me chip in something. You know, like he said, every resource that we put into the production, I haven't even ripped one part out of it. But you know, it's like, you know, there is something that we say to Abodo Gunsuneni, that is our belief. We look up to God, that if it might not be right now, but some years ahead, some years later, even if I don't get to enjoy it, our kids will enjoy it one day.
You know what? This is profound. I will want to. I want to take a message or two. I'll come back and explore why it is that you are thinking that way. I want to know what is informing that line of thought. Okay, so stay with me, guys. Don't go anywhere. I will come back to you, and then we'll have a talk about it. Hello, this is still Chat with Daniel Dadson. You're live on Facebook. You are also live on Hack TV on the YouTube channel. We're going to take just a quick breather. Thank you very much. Make sure you are sharing. If you are on here, kindly share for me. All right, share the stream. Invite somebody to watch. But we will be right back.
Hello,
are you there? Did you know that lot of people... Hello, are you there? Did you know that lot of people spend time on social media these days? We are seeing bako a free and kind de kopim kumase obuase tamale takra de takwa kofodia hosunyane Cape Coast and even Europe, America, Asia, any Antarctica. Enunti de kaya market ebrewo. Ane eye kaya market where your online marketing, digital social media marketing. Ejuma be na wo ye, eniema be na wo ton. Kaya market ebeba wo nchen no wa betwetwe nkomo. Ye be bisa wo customers said ye wadwuma tie. Ye ni industry expert is what twetwe wadwuma ho nkomo. Ye wi ani atoa pete internet so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Social media marketing eye fast, eye easy. Resource nkwa. Kaya market was 0207 150 150. Kaya market ejuma nkwaso nkwa.
All right, okay, guys, welcome back. It's Chat with Daniel Dadson right here on Facebook and on YouTube, Hack TV. My guest, Nii Francis and KK Mensah. Right, let me bring my friends back right on screen. Yeah, hello. What, KK? Where are you? Where are you going to?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm just trying to fix my camera is giving me some issues.
Don't worry. You
It's
look.
not-
I mean, you look.
We can
You look
see
fine.
you, you know. We can
Man,
see
you look.
It seems it's falling. It seems it's falling. It's falling. Look, okay, I think it's fine.
Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Like, so I have somebody will say, I have man like Koda who is watching. He's KODED Studios. He's watching via the KODED Studios, and he says, "Great show." I have a designer extraordinaire, Etrako Charles, who is also live. Etrako, if you see all the artwork that are display or that all the artwork for KK Mensah and some of myself and stuff, that is the work of Etrako, and he actually give us some sponsorship and support as well right here on Chat with Daniel Dadson. Right, so guys, one other thing that will be happening, and I mentioned at the beginning of the show, KODED Studio started this emerging gospel artist competition where people were encouraged, or new artists were encouraged to send in their tracks, their pre-mixed tracks, and then together with a panel of judges, the one will be selected for each month up to the end of the year, and the selected track will be mixed and mastered up to an international standard, and some promotional support will be thrown in to make sure the song is pushed. And we have the winner for this month, Patrick. He will be joining us pretty soon. But before Patrick comes on, KK and Nii, I wanted to find out what is it that is informing that line of thoughts. Like you said, cast your bread upon the waters, and later in life you're going to receive it. I mean, that is a very good biblical principle. But then, if you want to look at it from the business point of things, the business people will tell you that you need to know your return on investment. If you are putting in an investment, you need to calculate your ROIs. You need to make sure you've done your forecast. You need to be able to justify what, all those kind of things. So what is it that is informing the line of thoughts for you to put in search and not expect to receive anything quickly? Now, Nii, let me come to you first.
I would say, Uncle Danny, having said that doesn't also mean that because you've said this, people should take advantage and invite him, and he believes that it doesn't work like that. By God's grace, like we said, we've been brought up. So a lot of the Christian. Let me just speak for myself. We've been brought up in God's way, so we know that definitely we are doing this not for the money. However, we need the money to be able to do it and even do it more properly and more, you know, in a very good way. So, yes, we believe that God cast your bread upon the waters, and many days you shall find it. That's absolutely fine. We believe it. So I'm a firm believer of that. However, we also need the money, but the money hasn't come. Should we stop it now? No. We just would. For me, I would still continue going and believe that in the right time, God would make a way. Having said that, I also know that I need to do my part. Like I think someone actually said it in the comment, like the branding. I think it was Eric Reverence. The branding, everything. You know, yeah. He says have a budget, save money, and things the right way. Work on your brand. It takes time, but it's worth in the long run. So I believe in that as well, Uncle Danny, and I know that in the right time we shall bear the fruits from
KK.
we've been sowing. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny. So yeah, like you said, we need the money, you know, to progress further, because you know, recording is not even easy. You go to the studio, spend an hour, and the amount of money you pay, it's not easy. We need it. We need the money. But now, no, like you said, we are not receiving anything. So all we did is to keep spending. So the little that we get from is only on maybe if someone gets to download your song on any of the platforms, then some little thing comes in. But you know, for now, we are managing. I mean, we are doing a good budget. We make sure that we don't overspend. And if, for example, if someone is interested in us, you know, ministering in their church, if you call us, it's not for free as well, like he said, you know. It shouldn't be for free, you know. Yeah, because you know, it's that's the real fact, you know.
You know, we will come to that part shortly. Let me welcome Laudable. Hello, Laudable.
Hello, Mr. Dadson.
Wow, great to have you on here. How are you doing, my brother?
Thank you. I'm very well, by His grace. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, how is the feeling like?
I mean, it's exciting.
Before you answer, I think for those who don't know, Laudable is the winner for this month August edition of Emerging Gospel Artist Competition being organized by KODED Studios. So yeah, so tell me, how's it feeling like?
I mean, it's a mix of everything, you know, exciting, I mean, surprise, everything. So far.
So
yeah.
Were you confident when submitting your track that it will make it as the chosen one?
Okay. Yes, I was, because of the investment I'd made into it, but also in trusting God. First of all, that He would take, because I just had one track. Then I was already recording one track, which was already done, and this one was one that I was working on. So, in fact, the day before the deadline, that's when I went to record vocals, you know, before Pabite bounced it to me, and I sent it on the last day.
Wow, last day.
Yes.
And I heard you on OK FM Drive Time in Accra by my big brother, Honorable Abeku Agri Santana. And you said that you actually got to know about the competition from watching Chatwith Daniel Dadson. Can you tell me about it?
Yes, please. I think it was one evening. I was just scrolling through, you know, my Facebook storyline and all that. Then the video came up, and you and Koda and one other lady, I don't really know the name, you know, and you were talking about helping emerging artists, and I think you were talking about a lot of things, but then you were talking about this particular thing about you know, mixing and mastering and, you know, helping out. So it got my attention. So I waited a while, listened. Then later I saw the poster again.
Okay.
So I was, you know, I was asking a friend that what does he think about this thing? I think it's a great opportunity. because then I was planning to release my first single in September. You know, so I was contemplating if I should go ahead with the second song that I'm working on, or I should just leave it, and probably later when I record another, then I can send to, because I realized later in submissions you were asked to submit more than one or two. So I was, I was a bit like, if I just submit one, that's the only one I have, you know. But then my friend was telling me, I mean, just try, just give it your best and just send it out with what you have. Yeah, so that's how I got glued to
So
this.
how were you on that live broadcast when it was announced? Were you on there, or you had? You know, there was a live broadcast where Koda and I think myself and Uncle Charles did the announcement. Were you on there, or you were informed later?
Oh, I came on there later in the day. Then I got a friend actually called me also that, you know, they are asking of my name and all that. But I earlier got a call that I have to be on the live broadcast to listen to the announcement of who is going to win.
Okay.
You know, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are the next steps for you now? I know that KODED and KODED Studios are taking care of a lot of things now, but personally, what are you planning for your next line of action in all these?
In all these, in fact, it's really inspired me to, I mean, to move forward with the agenda of recording, because earlier on this year, I had the urge to record most of the songs that I'd written over the years, and moving forward, I think yesterday you were talking to me about the other side of things. So then listening to you again, you spoke about knowledge gap, which I want to know, you know, and get more understanding with regards to the other side of things, so that then I would have a more smooth run with the things I have doing.
Okay, I'm going to your big brothers, or you mean your brothers KK and Francis are here. KK and Francis, I mean, what do you have to tell Laudable?
I would congratulate him. Well done for
Thank you.
winning the
Thank you.
competition. I would only say that
He hasn't won yet.
this is just the starting point.
KK, he has.
This is just the starting point. So
Okay.
For the month of August, he's the winner for the month of August.
This is just the starting point. So keep pushing and chase the dream.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
So a big congrats to you, bro. Well done, and you know it's just the beginning. Just stay focused, and you know keep moving on with prayers and know that it is well. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Laudable, thank you. I mean, we will be keeping an eye on your progress. We'll be engaging, and in any way that we can help and support as well, we will do that. So once more, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right. So guys, that is Laudable Home. He was the winner. Let me come back to my guest and let's try and bring the conversation to a close. But at this point, I'm going to open the phone line. So I'll put it on the screen shortly, and I'll also put the link on. So if you have any contribution, you want to quickly join us, we have some few minutes to go, and you can come on and join us. So, but KK and Nii, let me find out challenges. Okay, so challenges of going commercial. I mean, what have you encountered since you released the songs? I know that the songs are on digital platforms, they are on YouTube. You know, what have been some of the crucial things that have been a limitation or otherwise?
So for me here, I was sorry. Can I go?
Fine, go. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, I would say the major challenge is that promotion of the song. Promotion. I think we haven't got many platforms here where we are in London as to showcase what we have. That we have limited radio stations and all that. Unlike in Ghana, they got lots of platforms like TV stations and FM stations and all that. So that's the major factor. To break through the market in Ghana, it's very difficult because we are abroad. Like I said before, we haven't got much of platform and all that. And sometimes too, you send your song to a DJ in Ghana, you do what you need to do for the song to be promoted, but they don't even do it. Even if they do it, they do it really like, if they should play your song for a whole segment of their show, they'll play like just a minute of your song, of which is also not helping. And and on the promotion as well, we pay a lot. We spend a lot of money on promotion, but it's not done as it's meant to be, only because we are not there in Ghana. Because here we are very limited as to what we can do. So for me, what I'll say is the major challenge I'm facing now, I'll say, is promotion wise. Yeah.
Nii, how about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely right, KK. It's promotion, it's the opportunity, like the platforms, and sometimes because it's up and coming, you know what I mean? Up and coming, sometimes it's a bit difficult getting some platforms to exhibit what God has given you or what you are capable of doing. That is that's one thing. And then number two is the promotion. I was telling someone. So I spoke with someone to help me with the promotion, especially as the album is coming out. And then he quoted some big amounts. And I said to them, oh my God, I spent a lot of money recording these songs. And now that by God's grace, the songs are out and it's, very good. I need to spend so much money to promote it. What is happening? Can somebody not just hear that this is and amazing, like this is incredible. This is something that is worth investing time, investing energy in promoting. And guess what? After we finished talking, the person sent me a message, some lovely message. Oh my God. Because at that time he had not listened to my song. He listened and said, oh my God, beautiful song, lovely song. I think you should put up a strong management team because I think you have a future in the gospel industry. I said, oh, so you know this and you are still charging me this amount of money.
Right. But you see, with promotion, there has been this argument as well. And it's good that you mentioned promotions because on next week's edition of the program, for those of you who are watching, spread the news. I'm going to publish the flyer. I will be having three major players when it comes to music promotion. So Uncle Charles, a lot of us know him. He is the manager for Diana Hamilton, and he also is the CEO of Africa Gospel Music and Media Awards. He's been involved in music promotion and management for a lot of years. And Nii is the manager for Akasi Brempon, and he runs a television show on Amansan TV in Ghana. He's also and he also runs an online radio station. He's also into big time promotion. Mr. Kwesi Ernest has been one of the most influential gospel music promoters in Ghana, Media Excel Promotions. Now, they will be joining me, God willing, next week Sunday on Chat with Daniel Dadson, and we want to talk about gospel music promotion, especially within the Ghana music space, how it was then, how it is now, and what they anticipate the future will be like. So that would be a great one. But back to my point, there has been this argument that why is it that in the scheme of things, musicians would spend a lot of money, or they would budget to go to the studio, they will budget to pay BVs, they will budget to pay engineers, mastering, everything. They will pay designers to put out design flyer, but then they want to have promotion for free. So what do you guys think about it?
I wouldn't necessarily think it's for free.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily think it's for free. I've always believed that everybody is working towards something. And for example, if I contract you or if I ask you to do something for me, obviously it's on monetary terms, unless we have a relationship where I give it to you in a way and then you give it to me in a different way. But apart from that, I believe that we're all supposed to be eating from everything our hands are doing. However, it also doesn't mean it should be charge, like you should go, we should be charged extremely. For example, if I have spent, like, I don't want to quote a figure, and then someone
But do you care to share the figure that the person quoted, which you thought was a bit high?
Okay. Okay, so the promotion was going to be for my upcoming project, and the person I spoke with is actually charging me £2,000 to do £2,000 for I think it's for 4 months or so, and it has a lot of things. So I emailed them back and I said, "Ooh, this is quite a lot of money."
And so £2,000 for a lot of things. So
it's not 2,000. I've just rounded it up to be 2,000.
Just rounded up. But I want to find out if they were able to provide you concisely with what sort of traction you are going to get, and what were the guarantees that you are going to get those traction.
So at the minute, because it was just an invoice, spreading out exactly what they would do for me. So like radio promotion, interviews, like I think programs, all these things that you can think about when it comes to promotion. However, there's no guarantee. What if you are unable to achieve this? What's there? So there wasn't any guarantee that if you're unable to do this, take this money out of it, or So these are some of the things, and this is just something that is yet to happen. Let me talk about something that has already happened, about what my brother KK just said about the Ghana. You can pay some money to people. It's all because I believe that as new artists, it wouldn't be like people that are already there, that they would just have to make an announcement of their new release and everyone picks it up. But we are up and coming. We are not there yet. We are heading towards there. So we would definitely need someone to help us, talk about it, someone to put us out there to say, oh, that song is out, that song is coming out, that song is about to come out. However, it's maybe something they are also eating from, so we need to pay something. Absolutely fine with me. Now, if you take the money, you need to deliver. I can tell you, people, I get video of people playing your song, and they're actually playing the song, but they are not saying anything. So how do people know that this song is from Francis Amma? This song is this is the new song. People may like it, but they don't even know the title.
They don't know you.
Go to YouTube, type in something that is in sync of your title of, and a lot of things will come up, and at the end of the day they might even lose interest and they'll just move on. So some people are playing the song, but they are not, even if it's 1 minute or 2 minutes you are playing, but make sure you talk about it. Make sure you are selling the song, because that's the main purpose of paying for the song to be played. So if you're taking money to do a job, it's absolutely fine. Let's just make sure that the job is done and done properly.
KK.
So Danny, it's not like we want it for free. We want the promotion for free. No. Obviously, it's someone's job, so you cannot say, "Oh, but when you money for free." No, it doesn't happen like that. But what I've seen is, I think they for us emerging artists upcoming, they take a mick out of us because they know you need it. That's what. Yeah, they take a mick out of us.
That's a strong one. Okay,
that's a strong one. Okay.
Because I'm talking from past experience. I know. As that song, they know if you don't help him, he won't get anywhere, because they know we are not like someone who has got the name already. So we need to put much effort in our songs to get it promoted. They know you are up and coming, so you need them. So they take advantage of us and bully us in terms of the price of promotion. Ghana last year, what happened to me? This radio station, I won't mention the name. I paid 1,000 Ghana cedis.
I mean, one of the days we are going to mention the name, to be honest.
Yeah, we have to. I paid
one of the days we
I paid 1,000 Ghana cedis for 10 minutes. Okay, for 10 minutes, I did an interview fine. As I stepped out from the premises, up till now, the song was never played. As of now, they never played the song. But I paid 1,000 Ghana cedis. You understand? But meanwhile, you wouldn't do that to someone else who is there already. Would you do that? You wouldn't. Why? So that's why I'm saying that they are taking advantage of us because we are up and coming. Oh, at least he's nobody yet. So let's just do something that any smaller thing for them. But it's not acceptable. We pay a lot. We put much effort in our production. Like Nii has done a very good production. I've done a very good production, and but it is what it is. It's just we're only praying for God to intervene, and then we upcoming, they will just look after us very well.
So let me share what somebody a radio presenter. I'm a radio presenter as well. So guys, it's not that I'm taking a swap at any radio presenter. So let me share what somebody told me. And the person said that, for those of us who live abroad, those who live in UK, US, Italy, wherever, when they, especially emerging gospel artists in this sense, when they come and they, you help them promote their songs and stuff, they just vanish and you don't hear from them again. And when they become big, they don't even mind you. How true is that? Do you think that is the case?
Can you say that again, please?
Can you say that again, please?
So what the person was saying is that for gospel musicians who live outside Ghana, right? When they come down or when they send their music to be promoted and the presenters or the promoters, whatever, helps them to promote the song and the song become big, they don't show any appreciation. They don't even hear from them again. So in that sense, when they get you, they need to squeeze anything they want from you.
I've heard it. So I was speaking to this guy. There's this guy who helps me a lot. If you see him post a lot, I was just there. He said he listened to my song. He used to work in he used to be a radio presenter until recently he stopped doing his project. He said to me he's going to go back. So he has some connections. So he gives it to them to play for me. And I haven't given him a peswa, nothing. He plays my song. And sometimes I'll hold my hands up. We ourselves, we don't even promote our personal stuff because we are caught up with work. I'm a full-time worker that takes a lot of my time. Sometimes even when I get programs, in fact, I'm sure you would bear me out. You invited me on this chat some time ago. I couldn't just because I was working on that day.
Right.
So that is one thing that we need to, and I guess that's the more reason why we need people to help. And about what you said about the presenters, when they help us, we don't go back. Yeah, the guy said to me Minister, your songs are amazing. I love them. That's the more reason why I've come out. You don't know me from anywhere, but I'll just do my best. And I'll be there, and then a TV station in Ghana will be playing. He will send me a video, said, I spoke to my friend, he's playing it, and he just send it to me. So he said to me, the reason why these days they don't do it for free is because they know that definitely when your song is a hit song, they know it. So they'll do everything to help you for the song to become hit. But once the song becomes hit, they forget, or we forget about them. That's the more reason why they feel that now, let me just take something from him so that if he becomes hit and he doesn't remember me, I've already taken my part. That is absolutely fine. It still doesn't stop you after taking the money from doing the job you've been asked to do. That's all that for me I'm saying. You can take whatever you want to take, but make sure you put in the effort. I can see Edwin Dadson.
So Pastor Edwin Dadson is saying that Nii and KK are my good brothers. They are rising and I'm enjoying their chats. Thank you, Pastor Edwin. Please, from my learning, may I also suggest that promotion should be part of your plan when you start going to the studio to record, whether it will be paid promotion or otherwise. I think this is an extremely valuable information, Pastor, that you've shared. And for all the emerging artists who are on here and who will be watching the videos later, it's something that we need to take a note of. Now, I have just few minutes. I mean, if I've shared the link to join, and I've also shared a number to call if you want to join us briefly to share your thoughts, you can click on that link and it will bring you live into our chat. Or if you want to call, I've put out the number there, and so quickly let's talk about next steps. I mean, and today our time is up. I would have gone into the issue of our church community support, which I do on every segment of the chat. Every edition of the chat, I do ask, because I have these conversations about how the whole thing works together, whether you are doing your promotion via radio, you are doing it via social media, you are doing it in whichever form, and how you are also building a community. Because I believe that for an emerging artist, your first your first line of support or your first group of support should be your church. If you are an emerging gospel artist, your first group of support should be your church. At least if you have 50 members in your church and these 50 members start believing in your music, start sharing your music, start downloading your music, start posting your music, that would potentially create a ripple effect and create that quantum what do you call it, that quantum effect that is possible to get other people to hear about you. So I don't know, for you guys, quickly, can you touch on those? Do you have any such support at all?
Yeah,
Nii?
so
Yeah.
I'm with Praise Gates, and I know definitely the church family is watching. They've been amazing. My spiritual father, Reverend Joseph Etise, he's been amazing. We have church broadcasts and stuff like that, and they use our songs in the name of promoting it. They use it to promote it. When it's time for like my concert, everything, they are there to support. Everything they can do to support, they are. So for me, I believe the church has been an amazing support tool for my ministry.
KK.
Yes. So I'm at Trinity Baptist, yeah. And I remember when I released my Aseda, that was last September. I just did it was a service. We did like a singing, what was it, Ebenezer Praise. That's when I actually unveiled the song to the church, and the church was very supportive. My tree branch was very supportive, and they chipped in quite a lot of offering for me. So that was really went really well. Aside that also my tree pastor, Pastor Sly, also sometimes that's called me, how's music going, and all that. He prays for me. That moral support is actually there. So the church is doing quite good.
Awesome. So quickly, guys, next steps, what should we be expecting? I mean, it's been an amazing story about your journey that you have shared. What should be the expectation for the next few months that we have? I mean, COVID-19 came. We are in 20 actually. COVID-19 came and everything stalled, but by God's grace, we are here. God has brought us through, and it has brought in its wake innovative ways of doing things. So let me ask you, KK and Nii, what are the next steps for you? What are you guys doing differently to make sure your ministries are pushed forward? KK, let me start with you.
So moving forward, I'm yet to release another single. Actually, it was meant to be done this August, but considering everything that is happening now, this COVID has actually pushed back a lot of stuff. So I'm yet to release another single. Hopefully, I think just before the end of the year, we are working on another amazing one that I featured. Can I say who I featured or not yet?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. So that
Yeah.
would be an exclusive on the show. So for the first time, they're gonna hear what you're doing.
Yeah. So it is another piece coming out. I featured Pastor Daniel Dadson of ICGC. Oh hey, he's there. Pastor Daniel Dadson. So I featured in. It's such an amazing song coming out. So you guys should watch out. And we are in the process of talking about video shoot and all that. So you guys should watch out. Not only that, I also have few other ones coming up. One I did with Kessie in Ghana, of which I featured Kessie. So that one also become about. That'll be somewhere next year. So we are still working. We're still working underground. So you guys should watch out. Yeah.
Right. Okay, Nii.
Yeah, so before I say anything, I just want to say thank you to all the people that has been helpful to me so far, all the people that are watching, all the advice they are giving. I can see some of the comments. Thank you, guys. Yes, it means a lot to me. Into the future, big announcement, big announcement. By God's grace, I'll be released. In fact, I was supposed to have released something in August, but again. We'll get there. I personally need to sort myself out when it comes to time management and everything. So I can do my best to provide you with the best of the best. Coming soon before December, probably in October, I'm releasing the whole album by God's grace. The whole album is coming out, and it's amazing, amazing, amazing songs by God's grace. This project was engineered, or the whole production was done by KODED. And thank you to Eugene Zuta. A lot of I hardly mentioned, but a lot of people do not know that this whole project, this particular project, there was a story I didn't share. Maybe next time when I come on, I will. But I nearly gave up on this whole project. Thankfully to God, my mentor, my big brother, Eugene Zuta, you know, he's been amazing. He's been amazing and very instrumental with this project. In fact, he said to me, "Yes, Nii, you are going to do it. No, you're not giving up." You know, he literally just said, "You're doing it." Okay, I've spoken to this person. Go and speak to them, or they will call you. You know, so literally, he was behind the doors, or behind back, you know, doing engineering things here and there. He's been amazing. Thank you to him as well, and thank you to everyone. And so very soon, yes, album coming up.
I think Pastor Edwin Dadson is trying to say something. If you can bring him on, I think he's trying to make some points.
Okay, right. KK, you know I would definitely do that. So I'm trying to get him on. He should be joining us pretty soon. So but we will bring the show to a close shortly, but not until Pastor Edwin joins us to throw a bit of light on this one. And I think it may have to be a major conversation point on another edition of this show. But Pastor Edwin is saying that the observation of the Ghanaian music landscape is that we like one king at the top game. It is in almost everything we do. What that does is that we seem not to celebrate more than one person doing well. So when one new guy is coming up, he has to be kept down compared to the one at the top, and the feeling he does not sound or perform like that one, we drop a lot of good guys. And I can explain. Pastor Edwin, I'm sure if you join us before we go off now, guys, I have my own opinion. What do you think? A lot of questions that are emanating from this, but what do you guys think about what Pastor Edwin has said?
I think what he's trying to say, I do get it. People easily compare you with someone, you understand? So when you come out, they're like, "Oh, Onyadi Tisewi, he doesn't sing like this person, he doesn't sing like that." But it's something that has been going on, you know. And I think that thing must stop, because I always say this, that everyone is unique in their own way, and we are different expression of God's beauty. You know, what Nii can do, I might not be able to do that. What I'll do, I might not be able to do that. But in all, we come together, and that's the beauty of what we do. So we have different talents, and I think that's what Pastor is trying to say, and it's something that has been going on very well. When someone is at the top, the person will remain there forever.
KK, hold on for me. I think I have
okay.
Hello. I have someone on the line. Hello. Hi. Hello, Isaac. Are you calling to contribute to the program?
I wasn't sure how to get online.
Okay, well, let me share the link with you, and so that you can join us live on screen. I think that will be better. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll do that shortly. Right. So we will have Isaac join us as well. He has some few thoughts to share, and just when the program was about ending, we are having a lot of interest. You know, we are having a lot of interest, but let's take some few minutes and wrap this up. Nii, what are your thoughts about this as well?
I think what Pastor Edwin Dadson is saying is 100% truth. There's 100% truth in there. We are so much, you know, with this one king at the top, and as soon as another one emerges, people would like to. Should I just say it's human nature? Because
it's part of human,
in my corporate, I think in the corporate world, people like to do that as well. That I'm a manager, so once a new manager comes, or once you're doing something, our manager never used to do it like this, you know. So I feel that on a normal basis, it's a human nature, but I don't think we should bring it in in God's
in the gospel,
in the gospel, yeah. But I think it is very, very true.
All right, okay.
It takes a lot of things down.
Great. I have Pastor Edwin on, but before Pastor Edwin comes on, let's pick our contributor, Isaac, Mr. Isaac Lass.
Hey, hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, good to be with you guys.
Great to have you.
I tell you what, I must be honest. I haven't really followed the two of you, but Danny is a man that loves quality. So the fact that he's got you on tells me you guys are amazing guys. But what I wanted to chip in is, whilst we talk about the way promotion goes on in Ghana and Africa as a whole, our promotional what's the word formula or method is totally different from the way the US and the UK promotes artists. I think that, once you think about promotion, right, and the way it goes on in Africa, we must also look at the quality of songs that we write. You see, promoters and radio stations will have no choice when your song is excellent. They will promote it. But you hear a lot of, so to speak, I mean, if you guys will permit me, I'm a frank speaker, so let me be frank here as well. You hear a lot of nonsense, that some gospel artists write, and some, terrible productions, and they bring it to you to promote. How do you promote a stuff like that? So sometimes you can't blame the promoters or the radio station presenters if they are not promoting songs. Songs must be good. Songs must, carry the message that they are intended to carry. They must edify, they must bless. But you hear a lot of, I'll give you an example, and I know I'm going to be very controversial here, but you hear some of the gospel songs that talk about Metaria Namawai, and recently there was, not too long ago, there was another one called Zamfina Pania, and it was classed as gospel song. I mean, come on. And people expect these songs to be promoted. Unfortunately, that Zafina Pania or whatever it's called won Gospel Music of the Year some time ago. What the hell is going on in Ghanaian music? Come on now. What the hell is going on in Ghanaian gospel music? And there was another one some time ago. I remember Sonny Badi spoke about this. Mobro Mufweje. It was a great song. But come on, should all our gospel music be around Mobro Mufweja and that sort of thing? Good songs that talk about, the awesomeness of God. Songs that edify us as Christians. Such songs will sell. And when the song is good, when it's well produced, when it's well done, when the lyrical content of the song moves you, promoters and radio presenters will play it. There was a time, Danny, there was a time when we were running radio station, there were some songs we wouldn't play, and people will give it to you, expecting you to promote it. And you listen to the song, you're like, come on. I remember, I won't mention this person's name, but there's one, I tell you what, I'll mention his name because I don't really care. There's one.
Well, if we create problems, don't mention.
All right. I'll save you the trouble. For me, I'm not afraid of trouble.
Right.
But a guy once gave me his CD, and he's now one of those prophets. He once gave me his CD, expecting the CD to be promoted, and I played it at the time in my pastor's office. The first 2 minutes or 30 seconds into one song, my pastor said, "Skip it." And this is a man who doesn't really understand music. And then I skipped it to the next track. He listened about 20 minutes. He said, skip it. And then I skipped. By the fifth song, you know what the pastor said? Oh, I saw hydrogen power. And yet you're giving such songs to promote. It's sad. So whilst we look at promotion and all that, let us also take time to write good songs and use the best producers, the likes of KODED, all the great guys. Ghana is blessed with some great producers. Let's use these guys. I mean, these guys also write good songs as well. You know, so sometimes people have voice and they think because they have voice, they can write songs. But there are some great songwriters that should be used. Daniel Dadson, you're one of them. Great songwriters. You know, start writing for these, you know, some of our brothers. And when you get a good track, go to the likes of KODED and let them produce some good songs for you. And when you've done this, promoters will have no choice. Excellence always sets people apart. And excellence is that one thing that will make you achieve certain things that bribery cannot take you there.
Right. I think this is well delivered. Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac Classy.
Guys,
God bless
keep
you.
it up. God bless you all.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Right. So, Pastor Edwin, welcome to the program. You've stirred some waters just as we were about to finish the show. So talk to us, sir.
Yeah, greetings to me. I'm having some slight headache, so please pardon me. I'm not going to be very loud anyway. KK, my resident ambassador in the UK. I greet you. I don't know Isaac. Who is he? The gentleman who just spoke.
Okay, so Isaac has been into music promotion and those kind of things in the past. He was the sound engineer for one of the top churches in UK for about 10 years. He also ran a radio station, a gospel radio, Omniscient Radio, which I ran with him for about 6 or 7 years. You know, so he's played in that space for a while.
Yeah. I could tell his passion. I mean, the things he was saying, they are hard truths. Except I wish he didn't mention names, but they are really hard truths out there that he had to bring that. My point about one king at the top concept, it's something that I think it's within the Ghanaian landscape. I don't know how, but as I listen to Dr. Utabel, I'm just praying that one of these days God will speak through him for me to understand, because he speaks to these Pan-African issues.
Yeah.
And I observe it and I see it so much that we like playing one king at the top. When I say one king at the top, like KK explained, it means that if it is Daniel Dadson at the top, let's keep him at the top and not celebrate others. And that attitude is what causes people to, or other bloggers or media or whoever, to be creating issue with other people just to keep one person at the top.
Yeah.
And I think that it is bad for us. It's so bad for us because we don't celebrate uniqueness. And when people keep comparing us to Nigerians, it's not too good. Nigerians are doing well. I always say that, what about the Somalians and other people? We don't hear of them. But my point is this, that the reason why somebody might, for some reason, compare you to another country is just for us to learn, you know, some of the things in context, what the person is saying. It's one time I happened upon a Nigerian site and I noticed that they have all kinds of gospels and they have over 50 artists in one genre. And I'm not talking about just reggae, contemporary, gospel. What are some of the style, or worship? They have all kinds of what we will call rock. They have urban. They have
calypso.
They have all kinds of the genre, and the guys are there too. The guys might not be popular, but everybody is celebrated, and it enriches the game.
Okay.
But that's for Ghana. As a mayor doing, I have to be forced to go and sing a worship song before I am healed, because if I don't do worship song, it's like menya spiritual. And you know, someone to worship and go me album not that means menya spiritual. Meanwhile, ebia ufa Nii ebia on your worship obey quite reflective songs. Yeah. And obey so the urban guys get offended because sometimes they are branded as though they don't read the Bible to write. But those guys are so smart. And I'm telling you, these guys are so, even if I look at the way they write and they rhyme, and I'm like, where do these guys, how do they think? You see,
Pastor, on the note of that, let me just, so there is I've been playing one particular song for the past like 3 weeks. Anytime I start the show, and it has a rap in it by Obed Syke. And you know, anytime I listen to that, I get so inspired, and I just ask myself, how was Obed able to come, you know, weave together those words that aptly describes God, and they are so inspiring, so inspiring. It's a track he collaborated with Emmanuel Smith to produce. It's called You Are God or something like that. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Hello, do I still have Pastor Edwin? Yeah.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him. Let's hope. Yeah, I mean, so like he's saying, it is true, and hopefully we start talking about it, and it brings some sort of change. And anytime there would be a change, there has to be a conversation, and that conversation will then get people thinking about how to do things differently, and how we can get it. I'm hoping a pastor comes on before, but guys, let me start taking your last words. I mean, it's been absolutely great, and thank you very much to Isaac Lassie who joined us to share some thoughts. So what will be your last words, guys? KK and Nii Fran. I'm hoping that Pastor Edwin joins us before we go.
Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to all my fans out there, everyone who has supported me through this journey. I know it's just the beginning, but great stuff are yet to come. A big thank you to Pastor Edwin Dadson, Koda, and also to the church, Trinity Baptist Church, the Tree Congregation. They've actually made me who I am as well. Could have been sharing my song. They're actually loving everything that I'm doing. A big massive thank you to them as well. And guys, keep praying for us and keep, supporting us as much as you can. Not only sharing our song, but if you can even support financially for the back, share your budget. Yeah. So that's what I have to say to everyone. Thank you so much.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've already done some thank yous, but I will still say some thank yous to everyone that has been supporting. I forgot to mention Koda. Koda has been very, very instrumental with my upcoming project as well. Thank you, Koda. Thank you for coming down to my level, like I said to you. God bless you. God bless you so much. Thank you to my papa, Bishop Joseph Edison and Mama Sisi. Thank you so much for all the support and everything you've done for me. And everyone that commented, I can't really go and mention names. All the people around me.
Let's try and run through the comments quickly. So we say thank you, Daniel Opoku Ajiman. We had Erika Dodu. We had Ernest Sechiama, and we have Samuel. And Ernest has been here as well, Angela, and Honorable Abeku Agri Santana. Thank you very much. We have Nanola Clark, Martina Piafe. Thanks for joining us, and Laudable as well. We spoke to Laudable a while ago. Eric Reverence. Thank you, Eric. Minister Eric Reverence. Helen Light was on the show a couple of weeks back. Helen Light was on the show a couple of weeks back, and thank you. And then we have Emmanuel as well. Thank you. So I mean, we've had a couple of quite a lot of people, Pastor Edwin Dadson and a lot more of them. So thank you everyone who joined today. I think we wanted to have Pastor Edwin back, but just a little bit of challenges. So I'm trying to see if I can get a voice note from him for me to share with you before I go. So guys, I want to say a very big thank you. God richly bless you for your time. And I'm looking forward to, more great things. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Let's quickly take how people can find you. I shouldn't forget that. So if people want to follow your music and stuff, KK, where can they find the song? How can they interact with you?
All right. So on YouTube, Kakari Mensah GH, I'm there. Kakari Mensah GH, and then same as Facebook and Instagram, KK Mensah GH, I'm there. And I'm not much of a Twitter fan. I don't think. Danny, you are the one handling my Twitter. What's up with my Twitter?
Wow.
I don't remember my password.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and for my videos as well on YouTube. KK Mensah GH, Kakari Mensah. I'm all over the place except Twitter because I don't know my password.
Okay, good one. Yeah. What about you, Nii?
I'm on Facebook. I'm Nii Francis on Facebook. Nii Francis on Instagram. Nii Francis Music on Twitter. YouTube Francis Ama. Francis ARMAH Ama on YouTube. You can find me there. And then apart from that, I'm on all digital platform. If you want to download or stream any of my projects, feel free to do so. You can find me on there, Francis Ama.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Let me take just some spot of messages whilst I see if I can have Pastor Edwin's voice notes for us to have a look at before we go. And thank you very much for all of you that are watching. Don't go yet. I'm just taking a spot of messages and I will be right back.
Does your business, alumni, charity, or church receive payments from abroad? As you know, receiving bill payments, membership dues, and donations from abroad can be very expensive and frustrating. Matching incoming payments to the sender can be tedious. Transfers are returned due to incorrect payment information. Transfers take ages to arrive, and when they do, reconciliation is a nightmare. Worry no more. Say hello to PayAngel. Regulated and licensed to operate throughout Europe and Canada, PayAngel is Africa's fastest growing remittance company. And with over £2.5 million in transactions already, PayAngel is trusted. Now, we're offering you and your organization a hassle-free and no-cost way of receiving payments from abroad. With a 3-minute sign-up process, you can receive all kinds of payments, including mortgage payments, insurance premiums, fees, donations, and dues, at no cost to you or the sender. Receive instant transaction notifications on your phone and via email. Receive funds in your account within 24 hours and track, review, and download transactions in Excel for your accounting. Sign up today and give your customers or members the chance to send money to you free of charge and, importantly, without any hassle. How? Log on to payangel.com/partner and sign up. Then, add your bank account or mobile money wallet details. That's it. Now your customers can easily make payments to you using PayAngel without the hassle of trying to find or remember your payment account details. Join the PayAngel Partner Program now and find out why we are Africa's payment expert. For more information, email marketing@payangel.com or call +233 540 126 342 or +447 55 155 0002.
Now your customers make payments.
Okay, guys. Right. So I have a voice from Pastor Edwin. Let me try and play that for you.
Join the PayAngel.
Let me see if I have that coming through now. All right, bear with me. I'll try and sort that out. Let me just try and technically get that up and running for you. Let's see. Oh dear. Right. Okay. I was trying to see if I could play the voice note from Pastor Edwin, but that doesn't seem to be coming. Let me try and improvise it. So that let me just try and technically get that up.
I'm having challenges with my internet, but if you could play this, that'll be okay. So my point is that we have a one king at the top mentality. Look at GFA, look at politics, it's there. But you see, as much as we want, if we really want to grow the industry, we have to be very, very strategic and look into the future. Our generation is just looking at what satisfies us. You see, and if I grow up with this postmodern philosophy of get it, if it doesn't please me, then that's okay. I mean, as in, it has to make me happy, and this is my mentality. And I grew up becoming a radio presenter. I become somebody who is very key at the point of influencing the nation, and I still have this mentality. I'm going to be sitting there and still be self-pleasing, looking at things that just satisfy me and not the future. If you want to look at the future, you don't look at pleasure. You see, so if you have two kids and one is not doing well, you don't say that the first one is making you happy and bringing home, awards or speech and prize giving awards and all that. You are going to look at the other one who is not doing well for the future, because the future must be good for them. Else one will become the enemy to the other. Why? Daddy did not invest in all of us. He just looked at the pleasure. So I look at the landscape. I'm looking at, we have quite a number of people who, as much as we want us to also write good songs and all that strategically, let's not just look at good song. And I'm not just rebutting Mr. Isaac. I 100% agree at good songs. If I had the opportunity, I'll talk about our songs. Even our songs have problems. So I agree. But I'm saying that if that is one point, the other point is that the role that the media has to also play for we who are coming and everyone who is already coming.
Okay, so I think, that's, right. I think the point is well made. So thank you, guys. I would say a big thank you, Nii. Thank you very much as well. And all of you that join me. So that brings us a close to today's edition of the program. I wanted to end much earlier on, but just at the tail end of the program, a lot of issues came up when I called for comments. So thank you for all who shared, and thank you for all the comments that have come. Next week, like I said, I will be having Mr. Ernest Kwesi, Mr. Kwesi Ernest, Uncle Charles Cranton, and then Nii, who will be helping me to discuss promotion of gospel music in Ghana, then, now, and the future. This has been Daniel. Let's meet same time next week. God richly bless you. A big thank you to my guests, Nii Francis, that is Nii Francis, and then KK Mensah. Right, so let's meet same time next week, right here on Facebook and on YouTube.
You alone are worthy in this place. You alone are